cutting and interfacing to try and get some content ready to go, and I looked over and I was like, oh no, I still haven't finished this bag. So we're gonna start that, because this won't take me but 40 minutes at the absolute most. I think Dorothy was going through this, but kind of works out so that I can grab a label to put on the inside. That one looks perfect. So feel free to say hi, ask a question, just be here, whatever you can do, whatever you want to do. Hello, Desiree. Again, I really wanted to finish this bag the other day, but that did not work out for me. So, like I said, I'm working on the one with Mormino that I modified to add a clear pocket on the front. All I have left is to finish the lining, but I definitely wanted to make sure I basted those connectors on before I got any further with this bag, because I would have forgotten. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this wrong side out. Good morning, everybody. Hello. I won't be long. Just figured, you know what? I got time for a quick live. Otherwise, this bag may have sat unfinished. What a shame that would have been. That is the wrong side. This is the right side. Okay. My magnetic snap marking is on both wrong sides, so that's good. Yep, that's the right side. So I'm using the Renew canvas, and it has a softer front side. So if you're gonna purchase it and you try it out and you're like, I can't figure it out, softer on the front. Or you can try to like make a little mark, and what shows up as like a white cast is the wrong side. So I am just doing a really quick zipper pocket, not a pouch, for the lining. I am going to turn this bag through the lining opening and then close it off through the zipper pocket, especially with all that clear vinyl to turn the bag. Can't wait to see what other classes you're hosting later in the spring. Pammy, so April is going to be the So Whatever Summit. I figured let's not overwhelm the month. Let's just have the one giant event. I just finished the schedule and I just emailed teachers that applied to approve them. So hopefully if you applied, you get your email. I only sent 3 people a message that we just unfortunately did not have space. And it hurt me to do that. I was like, no, I wish we had room for everybody, but the schedule, like, I don't want to overfill it and risk people feeling rushed or stressed to finish their projects. So unfortunately, just did not have room. And then May is going to be Shinova. She has a very fun class planned. So I think the next batch of So Whatever Studio classes is going to go on sale February 10th. As well as the So Whatever Summit classes. I actually might have those go up a different date, maybe February 1st, just to keep it a little different, but we shall see. But the schedule for the summit will be up by the time people buy their event ticket. Yes, this is that bag. This is me finally getting to sit down and finish it, which is sad because as I was making it, I had an idea in mind, and it would have been nice to have it done, but that is okay. I'm finishing it now. Yeah, Shinova's is going to be really fun. I'm excited for her class. Aw, thank you, Dina. Okay, right sides together. You can kind of see a little bit of a color difference on which is which, too, for wrong sides, right sides. Okay. Now that that pocket is done, I'm just going to add the magnetic snap. And we're just about done. Put this side. And I'm still gonna add a little cork tag on this side since there's really nothing else going on. I was like, well, that would look nice. So I'll make a little center crease. Make sure it's straight. Okay. So I'm just pulling my threads to the back to tie them off. And I will say I wish that I hadn't waited so long to really get the hang of this technique, because it is really satisfying not seeing those stitches, not seeing those back stitches. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I don't think most people would really find issue with it, but I think it looks really nice. And then sometimes I even tie those together. I have a personal bag that I don't think that I really did my best tying off, and the threads are just kind of coming loose in that area, so knowing that about my own, I decided to maybe tie a little harder. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. I'm just finishing up this bag so that I can move on with my day, filming a couple of tutorials, cutting out some bags, trying to get caught up. I usually try to pre-film content for like 2 months at a time, and I have reached the day where I need to record. Okay. So I started at 3/8 at the top, and I increased the seam allowance to 1/2 inch. This pattern does have a 1/2 inch seam allowance, but you can make it 3/8 and it's not going to hurt anything. I am trimming down the seam allowance outside of where I'm going to be putting my seams together. So like up at the top, it's nice to have this to sit flat, sit on itself. And then down here, when I put this together, it'll be nice to be able to sit this flat and sew all together. All right, so again, starting at 3/8 and increasing to 1/2. I'm making snips up to my stitch line and then trimming that excess down to 1/4 or 1/8. Voila. Now if you want to, you don't have to do this. You could use double-sided tape or you can trust yourself to keep it flat. But I kind of like to do a little tack at the top to hold that seam open. I find that helps me. Okay, now we'll put this. Hello, Melissa. Oh, hi. Aw. Hello, Lori. All right, so zipper pocket, I like to have that on the back side of the bag. Make sure your hardware is down. Oh no, I tacked that on and this was not open. You're fine, but you're not. But what you can do is you can just cut that out. It'll be okay. And I left the bottom of my lining open on purpose. So this is somewhat thicker materials than I would trust to fit through the zipper pocket. Oh, yes, it is so nice turning through the lining. I will always admit that when that method first came out, I was a little like, why? That's so much work, and then slowly realized the benefits of it. Okay, as I'm sewing over the sides, I'm going really slow, making sure my foot doesn't get caught on the seam allowance, and readjusting as we go over the thickness. I am using a 3/8 inch seam allowance. And then I'm gonna change my bobbin because I think it's about to run out. Oh, it did. No, it didn't. It didn't? But it's gonna. Okay. Trim this little zipper tape excess. I'm just going to curve this corner down with that TPU. It creates a pretty harsh corner. So I'm just kind of rounding that off. And then we'll turn this through. Well, I should be able to close up my lining and then change my bobbin. Easy peasy. All right, and then this is going to be 1/2 inch. And then we'll lay this flat. And this will be 1/2 inch as well. And then we'll trim that whole thing down. Hello, Sonia. How's it going? I just wanted to do a super quick live to finish up this bag, so I should be done in just a couple minutes. Everything fits really nicely. I'm super excited. What I'm not super excited about is that my supplier does not have much of this vinyl. And they're like, well, if you want more, you can manufacture it. And manufacturing it costs so much money. I'm like, no. So we may have a limited run of this vinyl, and then we'll have more at a later date. Got that all tucked in there. I'm gonna line these up. And we'll just sew that shut. My little tag in there. And that lining sits perfectly, which is very exciting. Oh, hi. No, this teal vinyl is not out yet. It's for next year. But this Ghost Muse is from the Emporium. I think she still has a little bit of the clear in stock. Sorry. But this is clear, and then you can see my lining fabric behind it. And we added some shaker glitter in there. So it's so fun. And I do already have, oh yeah, good job. I already have my strap finished, which is nice. So I'll be ending this in just a couple minutes. And I'm just gonna start my top stitching kind of on the back. Such a tease, can't wait for the teal, I know. Like I said, when we do have it, there will not be much. They don't have a lot in stock, and I just can't afford to manufacture it at the moment. Gorgeous. Yeah, this vinyl is so pretty. Rona asked, why are you not using your Thor 1341? So I have said it several times. I absolutely love that machine. I truly do. It is just not the machine I use every day. So many people are so used to seeing me sew on the 1181. Many people have purchased 1181s because I sew on it, so it just feels a little disingenuous for me to like switch that to an everyday machine for myself. It also is not set up with all the things I need by it. So sewing on it takes a lot longer. Like for me right here, everything is muscle memory where it is. And I've tried to set that up over there. It's just not really possible, especially with a 4-year-old who's constantly moving everything around. So at this season in my life, it is not my go-to machine, but maybe in another season it will be. Yes, it's still working beautifully. I do occasionally move over there for a top stitch that I know that I'm not going to be able to accomplish here, especially when I have that extra like 5 minutes to thread it, move my materials over, things like that. Wicked Ire said, did you start sewing on this machine or did you start on a domestic? So I did start on a domestic. I have been having it pop up in my memories. I made a bunch of bags and cursed the entire time on a domestic. I had a CS 6000i. That was my first, well, yeah, my first like real bag making machine, but it's not. And then I bought like a pink brother that was like a Laura Ashley floral cute machine. And And yeah, when that one started to die, I was struggling and people were talking more and more about industrials. So it was either the 8700 or the 1181. And since I knew I would be working with vinyl, I opted for the 1181. And that has been 8 years, just about. So things are definitely possible with a domestic. It's just better for me with an industrial. And I love my 1181. And like I said, my filming setup is like 4 right here. So I hope that answers your question. I know, how is it possible she's 4? I have no idea. But last night she yelled at me and she said, "You are not my favorite daughter." So she's definitely 4. I'm okay not being her favorite daughter. She'll have a better one someday maybe. All right, I'll hang out for a second if anybody has any other questions. But other than that, I will pop off so I can sew the other stuff I got sitting here. Brittany and I are going to go live on Monday to sew our vestibule wallet, vegetable wallet. Diane, yes. So I have like shoe organizers, and that's what I put my webbing in. But I know Amber McLean of the Crafty Reporter, she purchased this like hanging box organizer so she can fit rolled up webbing in there easier. Veggie Tales. If you like to talk to tomatoes. Yeah, juking envy. I mean, if it's something you're considering and it might make your business better, you could definitely look into it. But if you're not having any issues that are major with your domestic, then that works too. So it's an over-the-door hanging shoe organizer. I can get up and show you. That's good. Yeah, I'm like, now that I'm sitting here, I could sew the 2 things I have cut, wake up a little more. Oh yes, I use that same thing. I use an iPhone to film my videos. No need. I know what you're talking about. Okay, perfect. I switched that in my head. And it was like, no, I need to know what you're talking about. And I was like, ooh, she's serious. But yeah, the one, if you go on Instagram and look up the Crafty Reporter, if you look through her videos, she'll have it maybe a couple grids down. But it's like this box. It's another hanging door organizer, but like with more boxes. I'm running out of doors, so I attach my shoe organizer to the mirrored closet door with HD suction cups. Ooh, nice. I know people are like, I don't have any doors and stuff, and I'm like, well, do you have windows? Can you hang it like on a very secure curtain rod? But sometimes it's just not possible. Oh yeah, she does have a sweet voice. I do have a couple of Dorothy videos that are in my members only, just because I don't want them to be super public. I don't know. It feels weird. But it also feels weird saying like join members. I don't know. All right. I had a mirror door break and my husband replaced it with PET board for me. Oh, nice. Ooh, mirror door breaking sounds really scary. Yeah, I hate mirror doors. I'm like, ugh. I don't want to see that. Pegboard. Oh, pegboard. Okay, that's cool. Aw, hi Danielle. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out for a little bit. I'm really excited I finished this bag. I have a recipient in mind. So I'm excited for that, and I will see you all later. Bye. How do I end it? Is it this? I forgot. I did.